Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ibrahim. I'm an online fitness coach, and I've been to fitness for the last 5-6 years or so. And the funny thing is, if you had to look at my life 10-15 years ago, never you could have predicted that one day I'll be living out of fitness. So on this channel, on this video in particular, I want to share a bit of my story, my background, where I come from, my struggles, and why I'm doing that today. So to give you an idea where I come from, I grew up as an overweight kid. I was basically fat. I didn't like my body, but at the time, I didn't do anything about it. I tend to overeat. I was barely active, barely moving, and as a result, I just gained weight over time. And that put me in a position where I didn't like my body. I was not feeling confident about myself, but I was okay with that at the time because I didn't see the consequences. And my only focus when I was a kid was to perform at school. My goal was to have good grades so I can move overseas, study engineering, have a good job, get a house, and just basically live a life that my parents wanted for me, a life that society teach me it was right for everyone. So that's exactly what I've done, and I was great at school. I had good grades, and when I moved down to Canada, Montreal in 2012, I started to study engineering, chemical engineering. And still, in this journey, I was performing very well, but yet I was not happy with my body. And it impacted me a lot because I had zero success with relationship. I was not dating any woman at the time, and my confidence was really hurt. So in 2017, I graduated. I was one of the best of my promo, and I start to look for a job. I find something. 3 months later, I start this position, and something in my mind told me that I need to change something in my life, especially regarding my physique, because I was not happy with that. So I was not giving my 100% at job, with my relation. I was just not feeling myself. So I start working out, doing some random things, trying some diets, and nothing was working for me at the time. And I lost patience basically because I didn't see the result, and I was just trying to look like the quick fixes. So I was just like, on and off. I lose weight, I gain weight, I lose weight, I gain weight. Nothing was staying long term. And the turning point for me was in 2018. At the time, I was playing a lot of soccer, and I was basically a goalkeeper. I just loved soccer. Okay, I've been into it since I was a kid. That was my passion. That was I was playing every single weekend with my friend. But one day I remember in 2018, I was playing that game, and someone crossed the ball, and I just jumped to catch it. And when my feet touched the ground, like my knee went on the other side, and I felt pain. And when I went to the doctor, they told me that my MCL was gone, and I couldn't play soccer anymore. And that was probably the turning point and the lowest point of my life, because I was like, okay, this thing that I love, I will never be able to do it again. And for 2, 3, 4 weeks, I was just beating myself. I was barely moving. I started to eat a lot of crap food, and I started to gain some weight. Then one day I just look at myself in the mirror, and I told that, okay, bro, you need to make a change. You need to make something different in your life. You cannot play soccer anymore, but for sure there's something else you can do. And that's when I discovered fitness. I was watching a lot of YouTube content, about fitness. I was admiring some people, like, they were in great shape, and I told myself, like, I want to get there. I want to get there because this is where I feel I should be. I'm not meant to be overweight for the rest of my life. So I start to be involved into diets, into fitness. I study a lot, I try a lot of things, and slowly but surely I start, like, to see a result. I was learning from my own mistakes, but I never gave up. Doesn't matter if I didn't see a result. I just went back, like, this YouTube video, and just learning as much as I can. And progressively over time, like, my body started to improve. And I was able at the same time to find better position, like, with my job. I was getting higher income, and my life was slowly improving. My shape was improving, my life was improving. But the thing is, I was only chasing money, right? Let's be honest, I didn't really like the job. I was good at it, but I didn't really like. So my goal was just, okay, let's get better position. Let's find, like, a new job so I can make money, live, like, a better life. And at the same time, I would just keep going with fitness. So everything, like, was running well for me. I was feeling more confident. But the thing is, because I felt, like, more confident, I had more interest for women. I start to have more success, like, in dating. So I start to spend, like, more money on alcohol, on drugs, and just to feel happy, kind of, and to impress people. And I was just overspending. I was over drinking while being into fitness, thinking that, okay, I'm living a good life right now. But the reality is, I never found happiness by just chasing the money, by just escaping my reality with alcohol and drugs. And 2020, I remember, COVID hit, and I questioned everything. I was making progress with my physique, but with my job, I was not fulfilled. So I started to look at other options, and I considered real estate at the time. Because when COVID started, we had the chance to work at home. So I took a lot of time just to do, like, a lot of introspection and to think about, okay, what do I want, like, for my future? I want to be working in a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. So I started considering other things like real estate, and eventually I start the process of getting my real estate license. 1 year after I got it, I started working real estate at part-time while having my job, while I was improving my physique. And despite starting this new journey into real estate, I never found happiness. And I asked myself, like, bro, what do you really want? You doing things, like, in your day-to-day life, you're not happy, like, with yourself, you are in better shape. So there was, like, something missing. There was a piece of the puzzle that was missing, and I never knew why. I never knew what is that. And one day, that was like May of last year, I remember one of my mentors told me, like, bro, you're in great shape, you're doing great, like, with fitness, why you don't start your online business? And I'm like, bro, I have no clue how to do it. It's like, that's okay, I will teach you. And for me, I had to make a big decision at the time. Because I was starting real estate, and in my mind, I've seen myself as a failure if I have to quit real estate and start, like, something new. But he told me that's okay. You got to find, like, your own path at some point. So guess what? May 2023, I gave my boss a call and I told him I'm leaving my 9 to 5 job, the engineering. I kept my license active for some months because I had some deals going on. But yeah, at the time I start my online fitness. I start, like, posting content. I start to get in better shape. And for the first weeks I was making no money, living out of credits, living out of savings, but I never give up. I hold on my vision and I kept pushing. And I started to get some client, like the ball was rolling for me until the point where last Christmas I decided to have my house for sale in Canada. And 2 months after, my real estate agent called me, told me like, we have an offer, do you accept it? I'm like, yes. I was in Miami traveling at the time, and I'm like, yes, let's just start like the selling process. So February we got the offer. In 2 months after, we signed the notary. And 3 months later, I moved down to Mexico. Spent 2 months in Mexico. In July, I came to Miami and decided to stay. And since I made that decision to leave my house, to leave my job, to leave my hometown, and start living out of my passion, I felt way more fulfilled. And I started to find real happiness, because I was able to do something that I love, and I was able to help people. And that was my real purpose. That's what I discovered. I'm like, bro, you're good at something, you can make money out of it, and the world needs that. The world needs someone like you to teach people how to be in better shape, how to feel better physically and mentally. So it's been like more than 1 year I'm into this journey. Today I'm living in Miami, my dream city. I'm planning to spend some time here. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's the story. And if there is one thing you can take away today, is that no matter where you come from, it doesn't have to be an impact of your future. The only thing that you need to do is just to set a goal, a vision for yourself, and keep the belief. And just take the right actions every single day. Ask for help. That's okay to ask for help. There's no shame to ask someone who has more knowledge than you how you do it. Can you teach me the same? That's what I do. I invest. I took some risk, and today I'm living my best life. And yeah, and just after 1 year of posting consistently on social media, on Instagram, I decided today to start a YouTube channel, so I can just dive deeper into my day-to-day life, my past struggle. So if you guys watching this video today, please make sure that you subscribe. And if you want daily tips for fitness, for diet, just make sure that you check my IG page. It's build.by.ibrahim. I post every single day. I share a lot of value. So please make sure you drop a follow on my YouTube account and on my IG. And I see you soon for another video.